Well. Again, more league racing. Simply lovely, I personally think. But yeah, we're here again. This time, our debut in SSL. It's pre-season. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a 100% race. 57 laps around the circuit. And then our first lap here in qualifying, just on the inters, just trying to get a feel for everything with the setup. We will just obviously run into the box to get off the inters and get onto our sole set of soft tyres we're going to use in this session here. So around the final corner we go. We did originally go, but we obviously didn't improve. We're out, obviously this is compared to our inter time. We come across the line now, and it's quite the shocking lap, safe to say. Probably the worst lap I've ever done in my life in Bahrain. Nonetheless, though, peel into the pit lane, and, well, I'm saving those two set of softs for the Grand Prix. Just keep changing the fuel a bit, just seeing what we want to do. Go out on the same set of tyres, because, I mean, in 100% races, the more tyres, the better. Because there's always a chance for chaos, there's always a chance for a boatload of safety cars, because, famous saying, safety cars breed safety cars. Nonetheless, though, we will head out of the pit lane. You can see the tyres are scrubbed here. We exit our box, and we will have 2 laps to do. Something in this qualifying session on the used tyres in Bahrain. Around the final corner, we're running, just see, look at the time gain. Half a second we find in that, on this particular lap time, crossing the line, 6 tenths up, over the line, 28.5. Still not a good lap. There's still probably at least another 4 tenths in it here. And, well, we've got 1 lap to do it here. Towards turn number 1, we will run. These tyres are probably at least like 15, 16, 17% old now as we go through turn number 1. Find some time and then lose it on the traction. And through turn 2, as we apply the boost, we do gain some back. So we are nearly 300s up. On the rundown now towards turn number 4. Do some Lyco, do some braking, flick it on in, get it rotating, and instantly stamp back on the power and find a 1/10.5 here. As now we make our way down through turn 6, down through turn 7 before the hairpin. At turn number 8, 2 tenths of a second up, as then we rotate it through the hairpin, flick it in, take a slightly wider line than we have been, because as you can see we find a couple hundreds on the exit. Overall we have lost some time though. Then we go through turn number 9, turn number 10 here, where there's a spike again. Look, 4 tenths we found, but obviously because of a less wider line, we lose the 10th on the exit. There you go, 2.5 tenths up. I've used a bit too much battery though into this section. We go a bit wide through turn 11, flat through then this uphill right of turn number 12 before we make our way towards turn number 13. And there's an Audi who was just sat in the way the whole time, giving us a slipstream, but overall I kind of would have preferred he wasn't in the way through turn 13. Towards turns 14 and 15 we will run, brake. There was no brake board here, so I had no idea where I was braking. I was just hoping and guessing. Over the line we will go, but the battery is completely gone. You see we'll lose all of it to the line, so we don't improve. There's probably half a second in that lap time, and half a second would have put us on to pole, I believe. Pole's a 28.0. We've got a 28.551. We could have got pole if we, again, didn't mess up our qualifying. There's a strategy then. Plan 2 stop strategy. 5 laps. 5 laps under the fuel. 52 laps of fuel in a 57 lap race. In Bahrain, if you did this on F1 25, you would be screwed. In F1 26 though, because of how much lift and coasting you're doing, you could probably make up a lap of roughly a lap of fuel every 8 to 13 laps. So, formation laps on. Don't know why. Don't like it, because it can always sometimes bug it out. The Alpine ahead did disconnect momentarily, and then decided not to drive off the grid, so we have to go around him. But yeah, on the soft tyres here, we're using this mainly for the advice of Jakey. I was debating going on the hard tyres, but using the advice from Jakey to go onto the soft to start, just to try and gain a hatful of positions here, which I'm normally good at doing. I'm normally good at getting positioned off the line. Nonetheless, we will wait for the 5 red lights to go on. Still cars parking up, actually, as we stand still on the grid. P9, 57 laps of Grand Prix action to go. We will rate and race to the end. We will wait for the 5 red lights. 4 and 5 on, and we go racing. Such quick red lights, and instantly, what a start we've got. Past the McLaren, past the Alpine, past the Cadillac, already up into 5th position here. On the inside of the Ferrari, get tagged by the Alpine under braking. We go through turn 1, outside for turn 2, and from 9th on the grid, we've absolutely flown into P4 already. Now on the rundown towards turn number 4. We're going to be turn number 4. Yeah, we're going to dive on the inside line of the Williams. The Williams goes out wide. Our soft tires will offer us more grip. So we apply the power on the rundown towards turn number 6, and we will get the move done. And into the top 3. In one sector, we've gone from 9th to 3rd. And it's not like there was any chaos, really. We just completely jumped them all. It was an exquisite race start here in Bahrain, though. So we have to get a move on here. Through to turn 1 we go. Our teammate, Captain Lag, as I did call him in this race, because I don't think there was a second where he wasn't lagging. Oh, there you go. There was the second where he wasn't lagging. Oh, no, the lag is back. And now on the rundown towards turn number 4. We're just going to try and set something up here. We're going to go through turn number 4, try switch back, get tagged in the rear by the Williams as we go on the exit. The lag from our teammate hits the Red Bull off the road. But then we go on the inside line and turn to the outside for turn 7 before the hairpin at turn 8. And in all of this, we are going side by side. But as you apply the power on the exit of turn 8, and as you use the battery on the run to turn 9 and turn number 10, we are through into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And well, on lap 2, 9th to 1st, not too shabby. Nonetheless, though, our teammate had other ideas. He just wanted to waste his whole battery into turn number 1. We're just going to continue doing our management, though, because we were, at this race, I will say, I was so impressed with how well I managed my battery. As we then go on the exit of 2 towards turn 3, we will run. I see our teammates out of battery now. Just going to put us in an awkward position here because I wanted to try and remake this move, and then the Alpine goes braver on the outside, turns into our car. Again, as now we apply the power on the exit, he tries to wheel hook us on the rundown now towards turn 6. We go on the inside, but again, our plan here was just manage this tyre as much as possible, and then go in towards turn 8, and then yeah, just basically hold position side by side. They run almost contact again as the Aston Martin does wiggle there, trying to let us through, and well, that was kind of a bit scary because the lag. I don't know if it was lag or him actually jinking his wheel. Nonetheless, though. Back up into second position here. The sole goal here is to manage tyres and manage the fuel here. We go back through to the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Our teammate will follow us through as well, which you see how much we do lift and coasting here. So we go through turn 1. The Alpine goes almightily deep on the brakes. Tried to send it on both of us. Anyway, he's lost 2 positions, and we are through. Again, into the lead. And we get to the end of the lap. We've got a 1.6 second lead. We have absolutely flown away from the rest of the field here, and well, you're gonna see, this stint was phenomenal here. We was in cruise control, lap 17 by the way, and we now have just over a 5 second lead here around the final corner. And it got to the point here, I was considering the one stop. I was considering doing the one stop mainly because the tyres were barely worn, and well, the thing is, if they're barely wearing, why waste them? Why box early and waste them? Into the pits comes the Alpine, by the way. And on lap 27, heading on to 28, that gap has come down between ourselves and the McLaren. Obviously, because it's on the hards, our softs are dying. But they still felt okay. Lap 28, and we're still going on this tyre. Skip to lap 29, and we've officially done more laps on the soft than we will on the mediums when we come to the pit lane, which we do now. So, arguably the best ever stint I've done in my sim racing. A 29 lap stint on the softs in a 100% race. Like the Alpine, boxed on lap 17, I think, to get this to go onto the 2-stop strategy. You can see you saw the state of the front left there. We exit our pit box here, and you can see the Alpine coming down the main straight. The Red Bull pitted like 2 laps ago. We go to turn number 1. The Alpine had pitted 12 laps ago. There he is. The Alpine's only there, and well, we've had the best stint ever of our life. Within a second through turn 1, and then you can see we have to wait a couple of laps. We have to recharge our battery here. But into turn number 1 on lap 32, we're going to look for the inside line, go on the inside, go very, very deep. I flick it in to help stop the car. But then through turn 2 we go. The Alpine hasn't got the grip on those hards to try and fight this one. And we are through back into the net race lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix here in Sakir. But then he tries to change on the inside. We go low on the brakes enough and get it rotated enough so he's not able to challenge us here. And well, the McLaren, his plan was to go, I believe, hard medium here. As we come across the line at a brand new fastest lap, a 30.534. That's the new fastest lap of this race here in Bahrain. And we have our first bit of lap traffic to worry about as we head through turn number 1. Look at the time we're gaining on the McLaren ahead, by the way. That down to 15 seconds. We lapped Lily in the Mercedes. And then we head into the hairpin. Yellow flags ahead because we're back into the race lead. The Williams seemed like he waited for us, but then let us through. So I can tell you what he was doing, to be brightly honest with you. But anyway, we're still in the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix here. And well, nothing too shabby here. We go through turn 11, and as I brake, my pedal moved. So I wasn't able to get the full force on my brake pedal. So my brakes are now actually at a horrible position here. So I'm struggling to now get it stopped. So I've had to use my boost and then go onto AI here, like pause the game, so now I can just sort my pedals out. And the AI don't use the battery, which is annoying. So the gap, which before turn 11 was 2.5, is now 9/10 because A, our brake boot, and then B, the AI just didn't use the battery. But then on the next lap, on lap 37, there is your safety car deployed. And honestly, I'm impressed it took that long to get one. It was a bit annoying because we had this race wrapped up. Nonetheless, though, we're going to come to the pit lane to strap on another set of new medium compound tyres. We have got a new set of softs because over to qualifying we did save them, but we want to save that if there's like a safety car with like 10 to 7 laps to go. So nonetheless, new mediums will go on. The Red Bull behind us just got the softs on. The McLaren stayed out, which honestly I can't blame him, to be honest. He boxed, I believe, like 3, 4, 5 laps ago. So I mean, I don't blame him for staying out. Then it's now the question of, can he fend us off? Hasn't got a tracker penalty as of yet. He's now leading the restarts. The safety car comes in end of this lap, and I hate people that do this because you often don't really get much of a gap when you do stuff like this. We will go racing now. He jumps us ever so slightly, get that gap up to 2.5 tenths of a second. Into turn 1 we go, the slipstream and the battery is going to be offered to us all the while. We're going to look for the outside line here, but we've got to remember, we still have to save some fuel here. We go through turn number 1, we will, and then the McLaren locks up. Around the outside we go to try and defend this position on the Red Bull and the power on the exit. We're clear of the Red Bull. And then on the run down now, towards turn number 4, we're gaining on the Red Bull again, but on this occasion, not close enough. I thought the Red Bull was going to try and dive it here, but didn't go for it. On any occasion, the exit, though, of turn 4, we're going to try and make the move on the run down to turn number 6, but obviously it's a bit brave to go for it. Then we go. Maybe trying to do the Alonso move. Yellow flags behind. Ivan has retired from the race, and you can tell from my webcam in the bottom left, on the bottom right-hand side, I wasn't nicely used with yet another safety car here, so yeah, we got more safety cars. Safety car coming in this lap again. I was kind of expecting the McLaren, really, to change it up a little bit, but no. He's going for the exact same strategy. Gone a little bit earlier this time. Got a slightly better restart, a tenth of a second extra advantage here. So we go in towards turn number 1 now. Once again, using our boost. The McLaren, not really opting to defend this one to the inside line. We're going to look for the move. Diving on the inside line. Go very deep because the tyre, the fronts are cold. You can see the tell from the lockup. And then we look for maybe the switchback. Then we go on the exit of the corner. The McLaren just doesn't use their boost battery here. Now we make the run towards turn number 4. The Alpine trying to attack us. The Red Bull trying to attack us. We go under braking. We're actually 3 wide here as the Red Bull, I think, learns that he has to back out of it because he's just going to go off the road. Because the Alpine's not aware that we were 3 wide. We go side by side. We have the outline for 6. Will be the inside for 7 before the hairpin at turn 8. We've got that position still. So we are still running in second in this Grand Prix. But nonetheless, though, towards the 9 and 10 section, but then towards the final corner we go. The Red Bull wasting their battery. Red Bull going for the outside line. Into the final corner we go. He turns into us. And karma, you could say. You heard my little laugh there over the VOD. It's his fault. He decided to turn into us. He said after the race it was on him. As we go to turn number 1, we are now trying to attack the McLaren through turn 1. We will go, and then we'll go uphill through turn 2 and turn 3 on the run to turn number 4. Again, McLaren just doesn't use his battery, so we keep tagging the rear because, I mean, it's just confusing me why he doesn't use it. We look for the outside line here. The Alpine was too close for us to try and do the switchback, so we had to go on the outside line. We think of maybe trying to go on the outside turn 6, but yeah, there's our first warning for track limits too as well. Just a lot of grip there, really. We go on the outside for turn 8, but the McLaren moves on the braking. I have to get out of it, which allows the Alpine to come on the inside line. Side by side, we run on the exit of the corner on the run down now towards turn number 9, turn number 10. The Alpine trying to fight us here, trying to sail and dance around the outside line. Our Red Bull actually then dives it on the inside of the Alpine, but on that occasion, not close enough. And then once again, we have to attack this McLaren with Alpine. We can go for a switchback now. The Alpine wasn't close enough. And then he tags us on the exit of the corner. And we are sent tumbling and spinning away. And we are dropping down to 8th position in the race. the Alpine got something I did say. I think in the I'm happy that Alpine got caught up with us because it's annoying when people like spin you and then they don't get punished. Anyway, on the rundown now towards turn number 14, we're going to make two positions here, past the V car, past the Ferrari, and we're now a man on a mission in this Bahrain Grand Prix. We have got 10 laps, 9 laps when we cross the line to make up this advantage of what? Sorry, no, 11 laps. Sorry, I thought it said lap 48. Anyway, we have got 11 laps now, if you include this one, to try and do something here. The Ferrari and the Racing Bulls both attacking us for the second time. We find ourselves 3 wide in the corner. You should never be 3 wide. But then we're able to get the position. Now we go through 7 towards turn 8. We go. We're not going to send it, but then we are going to send it on the inside of the Williams. Get it rotated, get it stopped. Apply the power on the exit at the corner now on the rundown towards turn number 9. We're going to try and do Fernando Alonso style on the inside line. The Williams does turn into us. As the Haas went wide as well, and the Williams tried to make the move on the Haas as well. So again, like Jakey said again in the chat, it was basically against 3 into 1 doesn't go. We then go for the outside line on the Haas, who tries to fight us on the braking, but we have the outside line. We got the momentum, we got the power, we got the boost on the exit of the corner. We're through into 4th place, and now we come around the final corner towards the line, gaining so much time. We cross the line, brand new fastest lap of this Bahrain Grand Prix at 30.460, which shows the pace we've got. And then looking for the move on the Cadillac, trying the Hamilton fake. It sent them a little bit wide, but obviously it wouldn't have really affected them. You can just hear me. After when I spun, I just said, come on, we can get this. I was so confident in my pace. We absolutely blitz on by the Alpine, not the Alpine, sorry, the Cadillac, as we go through turn number 1, and we are through into 3rd position, back into the podium positions here. But it's not. I'm not satisfied. I want to get the win on the track. Our pace is unbelievable right now in these stages of the Grand Prix. We come across the line, and it's going to be a new fastest lap, a 30.253, which is blitzing the fastest laps in at every single opportunity here. Towards turn 1 we go, and then towards turn 14 we go on the exact same lap. The McLaren trying these boost mode, the overtake mode games, and I'm thinking, I don't care, I've got enough battery to fend you off anyway. And then we go towards turn 1, the McLaren's got no battery, so we are through into 2nd. After being spun around, we have cut down this gap to under a second now. Around the final corner towards the line we will go. Green in the first, purple in the middle, crossing the line. It's a substantial gain. And it's a 29.792 in qualifying. I think that was quicker than some people's qualifying times. Actually, I'm going to go back and look after this. But anyway, on to the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. We will go, and we're going to be gaining on the Red Bull using a little splash of battery after it starts to recharge. We go on the inside line, making the move, going through into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And the man who we got spun in turn 4, dropped to 8th, recovered, and never gave up. Round the final corner, we will rise for one of arguably my greatest drives in sim racing. Around the final corner towards the line, in 100% Bahrain, we got spun. We fought back to win the Bahrain Grand Prix, and you can see in the right side, I was absolutely ecstatic with that. We win it by 4.3 seconds because we didn't get a time penalty. Tarin gave us a good fight in the course of the Grand Prix when he had the chance to. The McLaren as well. Another one who could have won if there wasn't the safety car. It would be interesting to see if my one-stop strategy from softs to medium would have worked. We never know, but nonetheless, we've won the Grand Prix, and I miss that feeling. In the England shirt, we've brought it home. We've brought the Bahrain Grand Prix home. And on the podium as well, representing England, it's 3 lines galore. We've conquered Bahrain. We've conquered the Bahrain Grand Prix. The trophy lift high and proud. I'm over the moon. I was buzzing with it. And I was speaking to people, they said they had every right to be. We got spun, dropped to 8th, and put in the final 10 laps of our life to catch back up to the lead and even get the win on the track. Even if we did win because of the penalties, it would have been nice, but obviously I wanted to win on the track. Race results then from P9 to P1. Most overtakes, driver of the day, cleanest driver. What more could you ask for here in Bahrain? Perfect race for ourselves here. But if you did enjoy, thank you for watching. It was that's probably the most entertaining league race I've done in some time. But from me, thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Ciao, adios. I am done. Bye-bye!